In a remote village nestled between dense, ancient forests and ominous mountains, there thrived a whispered legend, the story of the Forgotten Solitude. The village had long suffered under the eerie silence of those woods. It was said that once one entered the forest at night, they would never return, ensnared by an unseen, malevolent force. Among the villagers was a brave but stubborn young woman, Eveline, who scoffed at the old legends. Nothing more than tales to scare children, she would say. Despite repeated warnings, her curiosity and defiance drove her to venture into the forest on a moonless night. The moment she stepped under the canopy of gnarled trees, a chill crept into her bones. Her lantern flickered as if warning her, but she pressed on. The further she went, the sound of crickets and rustling leaves began to fade. All that remained was the sound of her own heartbeat, echoing through the unnatural stillness. It wasn't long before she realized she was no longer alone. Shadowy figures flitted around the edges of her vision, never fully revealing themselves. Eveline's breath hitched, but her courage urged her deeper into the heart of the forest. As she pushed through a thicket, she stumbled upon a clearing. In the center stood an ancient, decrepit mansion, forgotten by time. The windows were like hollow eyes, staring into her very soul. But what truly unsettled her were the whispers, indistinct murmurs that seemed to emanate from the very walls of the forest. She hesitated only for a moment before stepping inside. The musty air reeked of decay. The house groaned as if awakening after a long slumber. Each step she took on the rotting wood echoed through the empty corridors. As she explored, she found a room with a mirror, its surface shrouded in dust. When she wiped it clean, she didn't see her reflection. Instead, she saw the visages of countless souls, their eyes hollow, their expressions twisted in agony. Suddenly, the whispers grew louder, coherent. They were begging, pleading for release. Terrified, Eveline backed away, but the door slammed shut. She was trapped. The whispers grew into wails, deafening. She could feel icy fingers grasping at her, pulling her towards the mirror. As she struggled, the realization struck her: these were the souls of those who had entered the forest before her, forever trapped, feeding the insatiable hunger of the forgotten solitude. With a final, desperate scream, her vision blurred and everything went black. The forest reclaimed its silence. Days later, the villagers found her lantern at the edge of the forest, its flame extinguished. Eveline was never seen again. The legend of the Forgotten Solitude whispered louder than ever, a stark reminder of the unseen horrors that lurked beyond the village's borders.